Do you find that your ability to lead and understand human beings, has come from your experience just working, or have you done any sort of reading on human psychology, reading
Mm.
on leadership, books, podcasts? Has there been anything besides just being on set that have helped you kind of grow within that space?
Oh, massively, massively. I think again, the soft skill side on human psychology, working with people, understanding yourself is something that like so that I've been focusing a lot more. If 3 years ago it was all about the cinematography podcast, Team Deacons. I
Yeah.
think there's actually the Cinepod, Kodakari, the Good Podcast, every single filmmaking podcast. I just wanted to kind of like learn about the technical or just kind of hear filmmakers talk about the process. And I think over time, I can't remember the last time I've like listened to a cinematography. I mean, I still listen to it every now and again, but for me, it's more critical thinking,
Mm.
also leadership management, how the brain works. Um, Also, I think the books I can't recommend enough is the Ryan Holiday kind of like set of books. Obstacle is the
Yes.
Way,
Yes.
Perennial Seller, Ego is the End. Like you
I'm
read
a
those
big fan
books,
of stoicism, and I think
yeah,
that's a huge
that
component
as
of
well.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to approach as a DP. Yeah.
yes, yeah. So I think once you harness, or at least find an ideology and philosophy that works for you. So I think for me,
Mhm.
Stoicism and you know uh, thing. I think there's an Eastern philosophy called Wabi Sabi, which means kind of like nothing is complete, nothing is permanent, and kind of everything is in a state of flux. And I think for me, that's how I approach my work in terms of you don't play with something until it's perfect, right?
Mm.
There is merit in creating something and throwing it out there because that thing will be for someone. Like, I've created work that, I thought was good back in the day. I watch it now, I'm like, that, I don't think that's good. But back then, that was something to someone. That was good
Mm.
enough of someone to say, hey, Owen, I like your work. Come shoot for me.
Right.
And that's what I mean. I think if we just work more on understanding that art is a blessing for others and the process is the blessing for us. I think once you can see your art in that way, I think that that's a big game changer because then you don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Mm.
Someone's gonna like what you create. Like, half of the people might not like it, but at least if the other half like it and take something away, I think you have kind of like hit some kind of like purpose. So
Absolutely.
I think that having that kind of mentality really helps me, and that's what I mean. I don't focus so much on the technical. I love the technical, but
Mm.
I know art is a lot more than the technical. Otherwise, only the technical minded people will be the best in the world, and we know that's not the world we
Right.
live in.